versus Xenics Storm.
That was one of your better jokes yet, though. I got to hand it to you.
Thank you. Saving that one for years. No, I haven't. Cassidy and Elise, the first two bands.
No surprises, Sivir going down as well.
Yep.
So I guess Raphael not confident in playing Cassidy. It looks like, you know, his LeBlanc, Lulu, Orianna, more comfortable with poke mages, generally speaking. Renekton banned out also.
Yeah. Poke Mages was actually the name of my punk band in high school, too.
Oh, really? Poke mages?
The Poke Mages. Yeah.
Sounds more like a quest metal band.
Yeah, you're right. We had a very diverse style. I played the 7-string guitar, but I used all the strings for solos instead of just low chords like Korn.
Good man.
Those guys.
All right, Evelyn out. And LeBlanc, a final ban. So,
yeah,
taking that out of possible pool for Raphael. Lulu and Orianna, his other two preferred champions.
I would
coming
love
into this bracket, and there
I'd love to see some mid Lulu.
is a Thresh pickup first. We've seen Thresh prioritized across all regions right now. He's just so versatile in terms of his ability both to feel for your carries and make picks. Coming back strong, and he's really just excellent with the door and shield start these days.
Oh, yeah.
Puts so much pressure down on lane, so much harassment.
I'm so glad we had time to talk about how good Thresh is, because I don't think people really know how good Thresh is.
It's a mystery. I know it's an unpopular pick right now.
He's so underrated. Yeah. I don't know.
All right, Caitlyn probably going to be paired with Annie right here. We'll see how they decide to play this one out. But Annie strong in lane against Thresh.
Right.
Can just stun him and has a longer range harass.
Yep.
Could see some Nami though, and there's the Lee Sin. So standard picks so far. Now with Sivir out, probably going to be a Lucian pickup unless we have some pocket carries here coming out of Mook Comet.
Well, let's see. I mean, he does enjoy playing Lucian, Caitlyn, Sivir. That's the champions listed for his most played, for his most enjoyed champions. So there you go.
Well,
He's on the meta.
The three most popular, well, three kind of best right now. And wow, Vi Lucian being picked up. So
okay.
Strong pick composition coming out of our friends Mook Comet.
Yeah. Definitely some big potential there.
This could mean a Yasuo pick later on, actually. That Yasuo-Vi combo, extremely powerful, but we don't have the last pick. And, you know, there's the Lulu.
Yes, all right. Some mid-Lulu action going on. Raphael. He wasn't my favorite Ninja Turtle, I'll be honest. I was a Donatello fan, but I'm a fan of Raphael in this game because he's playing mid-Lulu. We'll have to go up against this Gragas, though, played by Alvingo. And there's that Annie we were wondering about. Looks like Ink will be playing that champion.
So saving the counter pick more than likely for the top laner, and it will be the top laner indeed. And there's the Lucian lock-in, taking that Lulu. And Lulu Caitlyn, of course, will be very strong as well. I think that's why Mook Comet decided to take the Lulu at that time. They're confident blind picking it, and they didn't want a heavy harassment ranged Lulu Caitlyn lane with a possible Shyvana pickup as well. It could have been quite dangerous to let their opponents have all three of those champions.
And we may see, I thought we were going to maybe see that Yasuo for Yangsu for a moment there, but will we see a Vladimir instead?
For the first time in a while.
That'd be an interesting pick too, because it doesn't quite synergize that great with Vi. Heimerdinger would be very interesting to see.
Probably going to be a Trundle here.
Yeah, it's looking that way. There we go, locked in. So, Trundle in the top lane most likely.
Yeah, of course, we've seen a lot of Trundle picks over in the European LCS, but not so many here in Korea, but it is...
Not for a while.
Yeah, a solid counter to some of the tanky meta. Of course, you could just steal their stats with your ultimate. And my concern here, Doa, is that I feel like Mook is going to be lacking damage in the late game compared to Xenics Storm.
Yeah, it certainly does seem that way. I mean, it really is going to depend, weirdly enough, I feel like it's going to depend a lot on how good of a game Raphael has on Lulu, because with the AP, you can do a significant amount of damage to her, or with her in the late game.
Yeah, they also, their other option is to try and make picks on rotations.
Yeah, they'll really need to get ahead
in the mid game with Vi, Thresh, and Lucian. But yeah, you're right, they do need to get ahead quite early because Xenics Storm is going to outscale them in essentially every lane.
Yep. So not exactly making it easy for themselves, but we have no idea how Xenics Storm is going to respond to this. We have not seen either of these teams play ever. So brand new experience here on Champions.
Yeah, Youngsu, I think, really probably should have picked up that Shyvana for this composition. I would have preferred that, but you know, maybe he is just not I'm confident in his Shyvana play here tonight.
You know, I will say this. The Lulu ultimate onto a Vi that's just ulted back into the back lines is pretty good if you can get close enough.
Yeah, you have to have that follow-up damage, though.
Yeah, that is the thing, and Lucian's not going to be able to really follow as well. I mean, so that's interesting. They're going to really need to catch people.
Yep.
Yep.
They're going to have to make picks.
Yep.
Which they're very good at. I mean, they've got a long distance engage, they've got a lot of speed coming out of Quincy, and they've got good tools to create picks with Death Sentence and the Vi ultimate, but indeed.
Well, here we go, guys. Mook Comet versus Xenics Storm. Let's get the game. Guys, here we go, match 2. Mook Comet versus Xenics Storm. Welcome to Summoner's Rift. And Raphael moving into that mid lane with the mid Lulu. And we'll see. I mean, this is a tough one to call. We really don't know about these team styles. We don't really know about the mechanical talent for the players. Interesting stuff. We know Lulu has an adorable laugh in the Korean solo queue. Or Korean server. And in solo queue, I guess. Everywhere. Whoa, that dude.
Wow, Korean Trundle. Haven't heard you before, so there we go.
River dance.
As we call it, river dance.
He's the lord of the dance. So good. Wow. Put that guy on the show in Vegas.
Well, not using a...
Move over, old lord of the dance.
Okay, well, just a line of scrimmage. Nobody actually committing to anything yet, except for emote spam.
Yep.
And we're waiting. There we go. Minions have
spawned. All right. Ren. Oh, he's coming down.
He's trying to get a ward in there.
Yeah, he is. There we go. And there's also a ward in that bush as well. Interesting. 2 wards. One for each team.
And there we go. Lulu coming in. Yeah, they're putting down a ward just to watch for any possible delayed invade right there. It's not going to be coming in, but it is a good precaution if you have 2 enemy wards going in early. Raphael taking a chunk out, but he'll be able to win this lane matchup early on here with Lulu.
Yeah, I believe he took E first, actually, which is kind of interesting. Wanted to get that extra little burst at level 1, I guess. Work on pushing Gragas out. Kind of cool. Food for thought.
Food for thought.
Yeah.
All right, so Ren just playing cautiously right here. He doesn't want to get, well, or he does want to get in range, but easier to just see us from range. Max E on that Shyvana up in the top lane. You know, he knows he's going to outscale this Trundle into the late game, as it is.
Well, Ink threatening, trying to zone a little bit. He's got that stun loaded up. And he's passive, of course, something that you always need to be aware of, always need to be worried about early on in lane.
And this is a great lane for Xenics Storm. Look at the giant zone they're able to create right there. And Thresh not being level 2 yet, there's no threat of a death sentence coming in, so they're free to just zone right in front of the minion wave before that level 2 actually comes into the picture.
Yeah.
Wow, Raphael not doing well against Alvingo right here.
See, here's the thing. The tricky part with Lulu outside of support is that you're going to need to use some of her abilities, but she's such a mana hog early on that it's tough to kind of have the sustain I feel that you need. People are trying it out right now.
Well, you have the picks for the auto harass too, which is great.
And
Felix help. About to... Just a little tap right there.
Auto play comes in. OQ has to back off a bit. Senma going deep, very low. OQ, there's the barrier after the Ignite. Ignite taking down onto Senma. Will it finish him off? Doesn't seem like it. OQ having to go on the run. Oh, and here comes Vin. He wants to get the kill under turret, but I think this is going to be a bit too dangerous. Is he going to do it? He's going for it. There's the first blood taken by Vin, and he gets out with the safeguard onto Ink. Nice play. Felix comes in, loaded up with that Vault Breaker, but not able to use it.
Yeah, and that was prompted, you know, that all-in attempt was prompted by the fact that Vin checked the jungle and found Felix at the Wraiths right there. So that gave the dual lane from Xenics Storm the confidence to clean that one up. And this is why you get worried early on in this matchup.
Yeah, Yeltsin coming in. There's Ren. Oh, the Ignite just didn't quite have enough ticks. That was so close, and it's going to give Youngsu a nice amount of time by himself to farm up in that top lane.
That was ballsy by Ren as well, not to flash out of that one, but now he'll have a summoner spell advantage in that top lane, so he's going for some more early aggression. Picks up a Doran's Blade right here, just for those early game stats. He's looking to maximize his stats right now so he can come back in and try and get a kill in a few minutes.
Yeah, Raphael still getting pushed out, only 4 CS down at the moment, so things could be a lot worse, but Alvingo might have an opportunity to extend that CS lead a little bit.
Yeah, even so, Alvingo is winning this matchup really hard right now, and you know, if Gragas is going to be able to outscale this Lulu early on, it's going to be pretty disastrous for Mook. But he'll back off, head back to base, pick up a chalice for himself, more than likely, and enjoy that 13 CS lead that he has at the moment. OQ and Ink right now also doubling the CS of the bot lane duo.
Yeah, look at that.
Xenics Storm just accruing an early lead through 1 kill and then a significant CS advantage in mid and bot.
Well, mechanically, it certainly seems like Xenics Storm has the edge early on in the game. Everything can change in the mid game. We'll see how it works, but yeah, 1,000 gold lead at 530 is pretty significant. Ren dueling a bit with Youngsu, and Youngsu did pick up the Negatron as well, looks like.
Yeah, but now Shyvana, you know, starting to get a few of these levels, and oh, he's not maxing E, he's actually maxing W in this matchup. Both Kree and Shyvana's max that E for the ranged harass, but you get more damage out of W. So the thing about Trundle, though, and I think why it's probably a better idea to max W in this specific matchup, is that he doesn't have a way to farm from range. I mean, if you look at Mundo, who can farm with cleavers, and you may have to harass from range as a result, but Trundle has to get into melee range in order to really do anything. So having W, you guarantee you're going to get that W damage, that burnout damage onto him. Yeah. And therefore you could trade better with that ability. So that must be the logic coming in here from Red, and he's doing a damn good job now. Yeah, interesting. That does make a lot of sense. Oh, coming up, trying to get in behind Youngsu. Youngsu may be in a little bit of trouble. They've got the Ignite advantage right here. Yeah, make that a lot of trouble. They're going to push up. Here comes the dive. Are they going to go for a lot of 6 as well? Yeah, OQ a bit low in the bot lane. Meanwhile, there's a dive in top lane. Can they take him out? His health was pretty high. There's a flash, and they actually make it out. Wow, nobody dies, but that was a close call. Nice flash, nice move by Youngsu. And here comes Felix over the wall. Nice 2-man Vault Breaker. Ren in a bit of trouble. He pops that ultimate. Can he get away? Pass the flash a wall. He will make it. Vin coming over, and can he make it a double? No, gets away. Over to Ren. Managed to pick off Felix, though, before he went. That was a really ill-advised engage from Felix right there. Coming into that one all by himself, and of course, Trundle's ultimate really saved the day on that tower dive. Even through the Ignite, they weren't actually able to get a kill right there. Of course, Vin having that early sightstone, so not a lot of extra stats padding his ability to tower dive or get that faster kill. Yeah, just a bit of health, and that's about it. Well, this is pretty dominant, especially this bot lane is really going in favor. You could tell OQ and Ink very comfortable playing together. You know, they've had a lot of time to work together on Xenics Blast, and that, I think, veteran experience really showing right now as they are just absolutely demolishing the duo lane. Yep. Felix going to pick up a red buff for himself. A little bit of burst onto OQ as Senma and Canny try to push things back a bit. Yeah, this is turning out really poorly because the fact of the matter is they need Lucian to get farmed to deal damage, to have pretty much any damage at all in the mid lane as well. Like, those are the two primary damage sources. Of course, that's true in most games. Oh, OQ gets grabbed into turret range. In a bit of trouble. Nice 2-man stun though for Ink. Really good W. Oh, gets blocked. Okay, Senma blocking the ace in the hole, not allowing that to hit Canny. Even though that was bad, the thing is that the Vampiric Scepter, is still on
Yeah.
OQ, while there's no Vamp Scepter for Mook Comet. So that means that Caitlyn going to be able to stay in lane, whereas Lucian is going to be pushed out, and they'll be able to keep that pressure and take a dragon.
They also double trinket warded that little piece of rush too, so clearly the nerves running a little bit high here. Ren on the run.
Run.
Run. And there's a dragon for Xenics Storm. Whenever I see the name Ren, I think about the main character to that cartoon Pirates of Dark Water from the 90s.
You honestly don't think of Ren and Stimpy?
No, dude. I watched that other show way more. Pirates of Dark Water was awesome, man. I was so sad when it was canceled. Somebody out there watched that when they were a kid, too. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. But hey, most of these players weren't even born yet, so I'm old.
We're all old together, Joe.
So.
Those young whippersnappers.
That's right. Get off my rift law.
Get off my rift.
Get off my rift.
Here we go. Rome coming up.
Coming up.
Big ward there, but that's not going to save him.
No, I don't think so. Here he comes again.
No ult.
Yeah, no ult, and he should be able to be bursted down under turret, trying to be maneuverable, but there it is, explosive cask, and everybody gets away just fine. No one there for a counterattack, and Xenics Storm extends that lead over 3,000 gold now at 10 minutes. This is an insane lead for Xenics Storm.
Mook Comet just can't even hold it together in the laning phase.
Yeah.
I mean, they've just been totally dominated this game. Xenics Storm, I mean, despite having this brand new roster, looking pretty sharp here so far.
Yeah, they're looking good. Not bad in game number 1, but remember, if they do win this game, they go on to face SK Telecom S in the winner's match, so it's not going to get any easier for them.
Yeah, and winning the first game, too, that at least guarantees you a shot at the wild card, which is very important.
It's a big deal.
Because, of course, the 4 teams that place third place will be competing for 1 slot if you can't make it out. The first 2 teams, but
could be in trouble. Can they get the stun down? They're going to try it with the Q. There's the Timbers as well for the burst. Pops back out. Ace in the hole finishes him off. They do bring in OQ. Nice play into the turret. The barrier saved his life. I believe it did anyway. Ignite ticking. Not enough. Oh, that was close, man. Senma almost made a nice play, but ended up giving him the double.
I mean, he's a BF sword ahead, and now he's got 2 kills on top of that. Again, they've been more than doubling CS. They've translated that gold into a host of wards surrounding that bottom lane. And there's no real motivation for Xenics Storm to take this turret quickly anymore.
No.
Usually you talk about Caitlyn, you talk about the siege, but when you're dominating lane this hard, you don't want to give your opponents a chance to sit back and freeze. Keep the tower up, keep farming the champions in the lanes, and then turn that into just a bunch of towers really quickly. Bloodthirsts are already completed sub 12 minutes.
Exactly.
And 50 farm at 12 minutes for Canny in this game. It's about probably as well as I would do if I was
going to
playing.
say, it's like pretty much when I play ADC. Yeah, that's about right. And Raphael behind a bit on CS, but not as bad as some of the other lanes, but still just not going to be able to get what he needs to get.
But yeah, I mean,
competitive.
Yeah, really, that's just a testament to how good this bottom lane of Xenics Storm is.
Yeah. Oh, Ren trying to get away here. They tried to trap him, and Ren in a little bit of trouble. There's the ultimate from the wall. Ignite ticking down. There's the ultimate from Felix to help secure that one.
Yeah, Felix was smart there to save his ultimate for when the Shyvana used the ult over the wall. So just following it up immediately and using a summoner spell flash from Youngsu. So yeah, Xenics Storm, I have to say, OQ and Ink are impressing me. I mean, after all, Mook Comet did beat Prime Sentinel to get here, and Prime, a sponsored team here in Korea with a long legacy of success in StarCraft 2.
Prime Sentimental.
Prime Sentimental, as it says on our sheet.
Right. But yeah, I mean, and we will see one of the other Prime teams a little bit later in the qualifiers. Prime Optimus, actually, I know. Prime Optimus actually made it into the qualifiers. A lot of esports fans in general would like to see that organization do well in a different game.
Yeah, it'd be great to see them coming into League of Legends.
Yeah.
And, well, we're back to the bottom lane right here. We'll see what Xenics Storm decides to do. Optimally right now, you take the bottom turret relatively soon, push the lane, and then transition that into a dragon. So if they can go ahead and shove this, that would be kind of ideal at the present point in time. And if they can knock him out of lane, that's even better.
Two-man Tibbers for the 3-man dive under turret, and he backs off, and there's his ultimate. They will be able to take down Senma.
Good jungle timing right there in order to secure an objective. Here you go. Go ahead, stack up that Bloodthirster, push out the lane.
And really, that kill is just icing on the cake for that in bot lane. They just really wanted the turret more than anything.
Yep. Push it all the way up. Make sure it doesn't freeze on the cannon minion wave. No gold from Tibbers right there.
Push it real good.
Push it real good. 45 seconds until that dragon can Strongest get the mid lane down is a bit of the question right here.
I don't know if he's going to be able to quite take out the turret. He's only got about 30 seconds left. I think we're going to see the clear, and then people rotating back towards the dragon pit. Actually, Ink recalling right now.
This is not a good time.
No, I don't think they quite had the timings lined up properly for the dragon, but we'll see. You know, if Mook Comet recognizes this, they might be able to sneak one. They do still have to deal with the Gragas first for the steal, but I don't think they're even going to try it. Yeah,
well, Ink went back to get boots of mobility right there, which would have helped him get there a little bit faster, but they're still looking at a late ward coverage around the dragon pit, so.
That's a little bit off, but overall still a strong showing early on by Xenics Storm. It's going to be the dragon for Xenics Storm. And will they be able to take this unopposed? That's the question. Looks like they will. Yeah, I believe so. There we go. So no problem, and that means, wow, a 7,000 gold lead at 15 minutes for Xenics Storm.
This is what happens when you
massive lead.
I mean, Youngsu's held his own up in that top lane, but the pressure coming in from Ren just a little too much. The 3-man dive earlier getting a lot of that tower down, and now Ren getting dangerously close to a Blade of the Ruined King right here in his quest to beat Trundle. And of course, if you go for those damage items earlier, it limit, you know, because of Trundle's ultimate stealing a lot of the tank stats, you don't really want to go for that. You kind of just want to fight him straight up with damage if you want to continue to split push against him and limit the threat that his ultimate provides. So a good build on the Shyvana here from Ren.
Yeah, very true. Albingo pushed out of mid lane. And it needs to be a little bit careful. There we go. Pillar of Ice nearly slowed him down. Stopped him.
It's funny that on the skin they made Pillar of Filth look so pure.
I know, it's like Pillar of Clean Crystal that you just want to like break a chunk off and melt it and drink it, you know? Not filth at all.
Here we go, 5 pulled in with the lantern, but a tiny amount of HP left on that turret, and
like
Gragas can just ult right now and then they'll be able to take it, but he's not even willing to do that. No, they'll get it on the next minion wave and then shove straight down the mid lane. Shyvana heading back up into top, but the pressure off 4-man here.
Whoa.
No pick for you.
Nice dodge with that. That sentence coming in from over the wall from Senma. More damage onto this bottom, or this tier 2 turret mid.
OQ is just so far ahead right now. There's nothing really this Lucian can do. They've been going the same build of Bloodthirster first, and you can see here, I mean, Bloodthirster completed, stacked for OQ. He's got the Berserker's Greaves and a dagger. Meanwhile, no boots for this Lucian. No extra attack speed either. He's in just a world of hurt.
Yep. And so they're going to send Ren to bot lane now. Keep pushing that a little bit again. Putting pressure on the lane that's farthest away from Baron.
Well, he's got his Blade of the Ruined King now. He's going to be able to rapidly clear these waves with the W burst. They've got insane ward coverage over the red side jungle, and are they actually going to try a flank attack from behind right here? Shyvana and Annie.
They may,
There's no vision.
Oh, this could be good. Here we go. And Mook Comet going for the turret, but on their way out, they may be in trouble. There's the explosive gas. Ink coming in, gets the Timberson onto Canny. Canny comes in, gets a burst onto Annie, but it looks like Ren is there to save him. A kill onto Annie. Lucian goes down though too. Ace in the hole finishes off Trundle, and now Raphael on the run. 2 kills already, 3 kills, make that a double for Ren. And Raphael gonna go down as well. Senma, the last man standing, a triple kill for Ren. Oh! No, the barrel just not quite close enough.
Yeah, they're going to take turrets off of this as well, so
yeah,
not a total ace, but Ink dealing enough damage to Canny right there to nearly solo him by himself.
No kidding, yeah.
It'd be scary coming in from that Annie. Wasn't the best Tibbers, only hit Lucian, but
yeah, well, if
it
you're
did
going to
the
hit
job.
one person, that's who you're going to hit.
You've got that very speedy Shyvana who can stick to you with the Blade of the Ruined King just on cleanup duty after that.
Man, Ren just had a clutch ultimate there, too, to save Ink for just a moment longer, too, during that fight. That was cool.
Oh, boy. Well, this is quite stomping. This was a great flank coming in right here. Lee Sin wasn't even there for most of this fight. There you go. Can he be taking? Look how much damage. I mean, there's a little damage coming from the back line of Xenics Storm right there, but locked up by Annie. And here's cleanup duty from Shyvana. Ignite ticking down. Takes out Felix, and then Senma on the run actually manages to escape this. Raphael prolongs his life just a little bit. Ignites the wrong target right there. Should have gone after Vin.
Yeah, he nearly took up Vin.
Yet Ignite, I mean, they have had a chance.
It's possible.
So now Baron wards going up, trying to do a little bit of blackout right there, but decent warding from Mook Comet as well around the pit.
Yeah.
And especially in front of the pit right there, and they're not going to be able to clear that one out quite so easily. There's a pick coming in. You do not want to grab Shyvana.
Nobody really there, yeah.
In fact, they lose a trade right there thanks to Oku dealing a ton of damage. He'll be able to kill it off the line. And now that he's got this static shiv, the pushing power just magnified that much more, going to cause more harassment, more trouble.
Oh, they grab Ren again. Not again the target you really want. There's the ultimate, tries to get away. Youngsu a little bit up. There's the stun from Annie. Trying to load up another one really quick. Ren actually going down quickly. Remember, he's not been building tanky this game. He's been building for damage. Oh, they grab Vin. Vin may be in a bit of trouble here. Goes low. They do manage to take on Felix, though. Throughout all that as he came in for the ultimate. There's a stun onto Raphael. Lulu's gone, and Canny in a bit of trouble. OQ pops that barrier to stay alive. Senma pulls OQ into turret range. OQ barely lives. Senma lives as well, but again, last man standing. And it's going to be an inhibitor this time.
That's the thing, though, is that this siege composition is just so much better coming out of Xenics Storm. So it was the right move from Mook Comet to go in on that, because otherwise they would have just been pulled down forever. Oh, goodbye.
And I mean, Mook Comet needed to get those picks done in the early game. And they weren't able to do that.
Good prudence from Storm as well. You know, they see all the cooldown, or the death timers coming back up. You want to get qualified for champions right here. Back off. Get Baron control again. I mean, they don't even have to do Baron right now. They can just continue sieging with their composition and how far ahead they are. I mean, we look at Gragas, he's a death fire, or death cap up. So Youngsu, they blow a lot of bolts on this to take out Ren early on. Colin coming in as well, but that was their main hope right here. And they land a hook, but they're simply too far behind at this point to even win a 5v4. And look at the damage coming out of Gragas right there. OQ just murdering people. Tibbers onto Lulu. Canny taken out, and a worthy death sentence from Senma.
Xenics Storm has apparently decided that their engage this game is getting people grabbed by Thresh. So that's their big engage strategy, I think, at this point.
Yeah, so yeah, death cap up for Gragas here. Just massive disparity in gold.
Yep. Yeah, it is about as massive as it gets. There we go. There's the engage.
Thresh is laughing at his own futility.
Yeah. Well, you know, Clown only laughs because it would be crying otherwise. Oh, that's a good grab on the 8. Unfortunately, Lucian misses with his abilities, and some trading damage goes in favor of Xenics Storm.
Well, this Gragas is just an absolute monster at this point, and as soon as Gragas gets Void Staff and we finish up that last Whisper onto Caitlyn, I mean, Mook Comet is just going to melt even harder than they are right now. 16 gold up at 23 minutes.
Yep. Looking like we might have a short game overall. We'll see. I call anything sub like 27 minutes short. Oh, nearly a grab onto Alvingo.
I mean, now I'm really excited to see this Xenics Storm SKTS game because I want to see how well OQ and Ink do versus Wolf and Bang, just because they've really proven themselves quite aggressive and able to pick up some good solo kills as well as having great zoning throughout the laning phase.
Yeah. Split push coming in from Ren in that top lane.
More poking forever.
Yep. Both wars. But Ren, they're going to need to do something about this, so they're going to lose the inhibitor immediately.
Nobody
so I'm thinking of recalling.
No, they're just going to back off right now because they know that Mook is looking for the 4v5, and also Xenics Storms knows that nobody can stop this Shyvana by themselves. Shyvana is way too strong right now.
Oh, yeah.
So they actually have to 5-man and drop. Oh, they lose both the inhibitor and the tower. That's not good.
Oh, burnout. He's out of there. Too fast, too furious. Whoa, there's the ultimate. Felix gets brought deep from the net. Backs off a bit. So much damage coming out of OQ, just melting. Mook Comet. Timbers comes down, gets a nice stun. They do manage to trade one kill, but everybody else taken out so quickly. Ren, because of his build again, doing a lot of damage, and a bloodthirsty double kill for Ink. 4-1 and 11. And yeah, they're just going to rotate around and finish off these inhibitor turrets with these Nexus turrets out. And there's the surrender. Xenics Storm crushes Mook Comet in their first game of the night.
Well, that was even a bigger gold gap than in our first game. So I'm excited to see these two teams go head-to-head right now. SKT T1S versus Xenics Storm, and we will be seeing that right up next. So stick around for that. Should give us a good idea how powerful these teams are in comparison to each other, and also give us a good picture into how well they might be doing in the next season of Champions if they both manage to qualify.
Yep, and again, the format tonight a little bit different. We're going to have the winner of each of the first matches play each other in the next game, and the winner of that gets into Champions Spring.